Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am planning for May. I didn't do a plan with me video in April, so here is my April spread. It was super simple. It was just a colorful purple and pink and yellow spread, sunset colors, which apparently I was obsessed with in April. Let's start planning for this month. When I was thinking about what my theme was going to be for May, I didn't really know what I wanted. But what I really knew was that I was in the mood to do a theme that was yellow and black. I just really love the combination of yellow and black, and I even had a thought to bring out my black paper, but I didn't want to stick anything into this journal. The paper is really thin. I just prefer for it all to be pen. And I really wanted it to also not be so dramatic. I wanted it to be a nice, airy, springy theme. What is yellow and spring-like? Lemons. So I decided on lemons. So I always like to keep my themes super simple. I don't like to spend a lot of time drawing masterpieces. I like to keep it easy also to replicate. So if any of you out there want to use my designs, it's easy for you to recreate them because they're so simple. And I also really love pretty and cute designs, obviously. Goes without saying, but anyway. That is kind of like my aesthetic for my bullet journal. Easy, simple, and cute. How I drew the lemons was I have a light yellow marker, which is my Lyra brush pen, and then I have a darker yellow marker, which is my Crayola Super Tip, and I just layer them both together. So I create the shape of the lemon with the lighter yellow color, then I use the darker yellow color to create like a little shadow or shading, and then I go over the whole thing and outline it with pen. And I've had a lot of problems with black ink smudging in this notebook, and I'm really glad that I decided to go over everything with pen afterwards instead of outlining all the lemons and then coloring them in, because that way it eliminates that smudging problem and the design looks really crisp and clean and airy. I also added some green leaves, which are really nice and give the whole look a little bit more dimension. So I have three types of lemons that I drew. So I have my whole lemon, I have the half lemon with a couple of leaves, and then I also have a slice of lemon that's flat. So to start out, I drew a couple of lemons from start to finish to make sure I liked the way that they looked, and then I moved on to draw them in phases. So I did all the light yellow, then all the dark yellow, and then all the leaves, and then I did the outlining. I think I added a couple here and there at the end just to finish off the composition, but I really, really, really love the way that it turned out. And this is the moment where my cat tried to steal the show. It's not about you, Nellie. It's not about you. Get your own YouTube channel. As I'm recording this voiceover, she is trying to steal my microphone. How rude. Anyway, on the left page, I thought, oh, what quote can I do? And of course, I had to write the only quote about lemons that I know. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So I think it's a super relevant quote for right now. And I just added one lemon to that page, and I really like how this spread turned out. Moving on to the monthly page, I did my usual layout here with the month and the dates running down the side, and then my goals on the right side with reading and watching. I've really been liking using this and writing down what I've been watching, what I've been reading, just to look back on and see what I was doing in that month. And then I added a bunch of lemons. I was really trying not to add too many. By the way, I used a steel ruler this time and it cut my marker. So my super tip has the tip cut off of it now because of the fact that I used a steel ruler. So there's a pro tip for you: don't use a steel ruler with your Crayola super tips. So I was trying to strike a balance between an abundance of happy lemons and a minimal design that doesn't look too cluttered. So moving on to the next spread, which is the YouTube planning page. I had an editorial calendar in my previous spreads and I didn't have one in April because I've just not been creating as much content lately. But this month I really want to get back into making lots of YouTube content, and that was my main reason that I wanted an editorial calendar anyway. So I just decided to not call it an editorial, but just a YouTube calendar. So I have the 3 sections on the side, and then I have a calendar on the right side. I was a little bit rushed when I was doing this last spread. I think I just got caught up drawing lemons, and I didn't, even though it's a pretty easy design, I still ended up relaxing into it, and it took me a bit of time. So at the end here I was a little bit rushed and I just eyeballed it instead of counting the different sections that I was laying out, which were the film, edit, and upload buckets. So I wanted the calendar to fill up the whole page, but sometimes you do really need to count, and I counted incorrectly, and I ended up with the calendar sort of not quite where I wanted it to be. I even considered cutting out the page and starting again, but in the end I thought I'll salvage it. What can fix this? More lemons. So I just drew a bunch of lemons at the bottom. So I think it's pretty clear that I am obsessed with this theme. It is my favorite so far this year. I love it. I can't stop looking at it. It really motivates me to just use my bullet journal, and that is the best feeling, where you just want to plan and you want to do things in your bullet journal, and I'm just so happy with this theme. As I was going through and watching this again over, I just thought to myself, it seems like the starting point for a lot of my themes in my bullet journal have been the color. So the color is always the starting point, and then I kind of think of what I can create around the color that I am feeling that month, that particular month, and what I want the theme to be based on the color or group of colors. So I am super curious. Please comment down below and let me know, how do you come up with your themes? What inspires you? So let me know down below. Please comment. I would be really interested to know how you come up with your themes. And that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!